Oh yeah, welcome back. A lot of people tell me it seems like you like every single fragrance. Well, there's a couple things that go into that. First, I'm a pretty good blind buyer. I know my taste, and I'm pretty good at looking at notes and deciphering if I'm gonna like the fragrance or not. Unless I'm only buying it for a video and I have an inkling I might not like it, those are the only exceptions where I might buy something like kinda knowing I might not like it. One or two of those are on this list. But overall, like I said, I'm a pretty good blind buyer, so I don't usually strike out. Out of my whole collection, I pulled out 10 that I won't be re-getting. Actually, there's 12 right here. And that's pretty much it. Like, I have some redundancies, so we won't go down that rabbit hole. But these are fragrances that when I smelled, I was like, oh, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be wearing these that much. And again, some of them are actually pretty nice. Some of them are pretty high quality. A bunch of them are some of your guys' favorites. You'll see in a second. You're going to be, well, you've probably already seen the cover. But to me, they're just flipping no-goes. Either they were too hyped up and I smelled them and I was like, what the flip is this? Or it just didn't work out for me. So let's get to the flipping list. If you guys could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 900 billion subscribers by the time this plane's done flying over my flipping house right now, so I'd really appreciate your help. I don't think you guys could hear that, can you? It's pretty loud for some reason. Seems like a little Cessna too, a little rich guy flying around, enjoying his little Friday. But anyways, the first one, well, let's start off with a super hypey. Alright, the first one I won't be rebuying. It might be pretty obvious to some of you if you've seen all my videos, because I pretty much throw shade at it every chance I get. I gotta smell it right now. Yeah, I mean, it kind of smells alright out of the atomizer. I like the way it smells in the air, but on my skin, this goes so cardboardy, such like a weird oat milk vibe. I do not like it, and of course we're talking about Zanzibar. I think they were trying to go for an Invictus Victory Elixir, which also, too, that scent profile just really does not make me do backflips. Like, it's alright, but the way Jensen talks about it, like it's like the second coming or something, I just don't see it. I just really don't like it. Like, I could see why people do like it. I'm just not one of those people. There's something about certain coconuts that come off in a weird little tropical sunscreen way that just don't work out for me. As opposed to a coconut like in Glacier Bold, which really works well for me. The way it's blended in Glacier Bold comes off really nice. But in this one, no. Cardboard oat milk. I gave it to my wife. She didn't wear it either. We used it as a room spray. This bottle was actually empty. But even when this was on sale last month for like 16 bucks, I was like, no, I don't think I'd pay 6 bucks for it again. I just don't really care for this scent at all. It doesn't do well on my skin at all. So, the first one I won't be rebuying is Flippin' Lattafa Flippin' Zanzibar, one of the most hyped up fragrances of last year, and I don't know why it got all that hype. And what's funny now is that you don't really see it get hyped up anymore, because a lot of people bought it, and a lot of people have a similar opinion to me, like, oh wait, what's this flippin' thing? And yeah, it's just a big no for me. On to the next. Alright, Lattafa doesn't strike out often, but sometimes they do. And this is one of those ones where they kind of struck out with me. Yeah, it's just way too florally. Rom's Gold. Rom Silver is wonderful. Ultra Male Clone, oh, one of the best bangs for the buck. And besides this hilarious bottle that makes me laugh all the time, because I love listening to jazz together with my mom, and I know it's wow. When some of you guys leave me comments like, bro, it says wow. Well, it's called we're having fun, man. It's called we're making jokes over here. People leave me such funny comments. They're like, you're saying Mason Alhambra wrong. I'm like, I'm aware I'm saying it wrong. Who would say it like that in real life? I just refuse to say it properly. I'm a rebel. But anyways, Rom's Flippin' Gold. This one, I don't know. I bought it because it was the cheapest Lattafa on Amazon the day I got it. It was like $16. I was early in my fragrance journey. I'm like, oh, whatever, fruity, rose, maybe I'll like it. I smelled it. I was like, oh, no, definitely not. Actually, I should give this to my wife. We'll see what she says. I'll just put it on her shelf and see if she starts grabbing it. But for me, no, it's just too florally. Yeah, no, I don't know. It smells like potpourri or something like that. Like, it's nice. It's not like terrible. It's just not for me. And for how feathery my tastes are, I mean, if you're new around here, 1 Million Elixir is my favorite fragrance. So I like that sweet stuff. I like a lot of women's fragrances. I mean, you can go see some of my videos. I mean, I straight up just open women's fragrances on this channel as well. I'm not shy when it comes to women's fragrances, but this one, I don't know. This one's a little like little grandma to me. It's fine. It's not bad. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. Might as well do another Lattafa too. Lattafa. These are the only 2 Lattafas. Oh no, there's another Lattafa also. Oh, I guess we're doing a bunch of Lattafas. The first 4 are gonna be Lattafas. All right, why not? But yeah, this one I actually do like. This isn't one that I wouldn't rebuy because I don't like it, but I'm just not gonna rebuy it because there's no point in rebuying it. And we're talking about Sublime. It's nice. It's what everyone says, like a fruity fruit punch kind of vibe. But to me, there's a note of lychee in here, and that lychee just jumps out at me. I don't know, maybe I have too much scent memory with those little lychee martinis from back in the day, or something funny. I don't know. Some Chinese restaurant I used to go to as a kid, and they used to put little lychees on the table. There's something. When I smell this, I just smell lychee. I know some people say they get like Hawaiian punch or something like that. I don't know if I necessarily get Hawaiian punch. To me, as someone who does normally like fruity fragrances, this one, like I said, with that lychee, the way it comes off, maybe some of the florals in there, it just comes off like a tiny bit too feminine, and I don't really find times to wear it. Although I do like the way it smells. I popped the cap, I smell it. I have worn this, but when the bottle gets finished, if that ever happens, I will not be rebuying this. But it does smell nice. Like, not everyone on the list smells bad to me. This is one of the ones that smells nice. I just don't do backflips for that lychee note, and I just won't be rebuying it when the bottle's done, if that ever happens. All right, let's just get all the Lattafas out of the way. Why not? And hit that like button before I go to the next one, because a bunch of you are going to get pissed when you see the next one. But it's okay. I'm going to smell it right now. Yeah, no, do not like it. I do not like it. It smells like a 70-year-old flipping man to me. There's something about it that is just way beyond my age, and I just do not like it. How this fragrance got so hyped up really blows my mind, and still hyped up. Jensen's talked about it in a video like 2 days ago. But I don't know. When I smelled this, I was just like, what is this manly peppery fragrance? Like, no way I'm going to be wearing this. And like, yeah, the dry down gets a little nicer. I could see why some people like it. But for how hyped up it got, especially how hard it's pushed on new frag heads, I think it's definitely not a safe blind buy, especially if you're new to the game. Because like I usually say, new frag heads tend to like sweet, blue, or fresh fragrances. And this is kind of none of those. Assad, this peppery manly mess over here. And I mean, I've already been talking for 2 minutes, so we don't really need to talk anymore about it. I don't really like this fragrance. I don't think I'll ever go through this bottle. I have it now for reference, but this is one of the first few fragrances I got. I got Kat Al Fusan, and then I bought like this, Amethyst. Oh, Amethyst can go on this list too. I actually really like the way Amethyst smells, but that rose note, I barely wear it. Might as well bring it into frame. I pop the cap and I smell it, but again, this is another one too. When it gets to the bottom, I'm not going to be rebuying a bottle. But if you like rose, then this smells really nice. It smells really high quality too. It smells like a $200 fragrance. It's just, it smells like rose, so I don't know. So I just don't reach for it. And I won't be rebuying it if I ever get through the bottle, which I doubt I ever will. But that one I could actually tolerate. That one I like the smell of. This, I just don't like the smell of it. Whenever I smell it, I'm like, no, I don't like it. I don't know what everyone's talking about. I don't see the flipping hype. And I don't even think it smells that much like Sauvage Elixir. I smelled Sauvage Elixir a couple times and I'm like, oh, this is nice. But who knows? Maybe I got a fake. I have no idea. It was super early in my fragrance journey. I don't think I did. I bought it from a reputable seller. But this is one of those ones. It was just so hyped up. I got it, I smelled it, and I was like, nope, going in the corner, never gonna buy this again. So I know this one to a lot of you guys is one of your favorites, but for me, it just don't jive, and I will definitely not be rebuying this. Heck no. All right, next one up. This is another one that I don't really mind the smell of it. It's just, when I get to the bottom of the bottle, I'm not going to be rebuying it unless somehow my tastes get a lot manlier and it really starts to grow on me. But yeah, another super hypey that when I smelled it, I was like, wait, what? It kind of smells like Aqua di Gio or something like that. Jean Lo Immortel? Yeah, it's all right. I can see why people like it. But to me, this smells way more old school than what people let on. To me, this almost smells like borderline 80s frag. More 90s, but there's just something about this fragrance where I'm like, yeah, what are people talking about? Like, for how hyped up it was, I smelled it and I was like, yeah, it's all right, I guess. But I didn't do flipping backflips for it. And I'm going to wear it a couple times if I'm in a manly mood on a sunny day. But I say that, and even as I was saying that, I was like, no, I would just wear Aqua di Gio if I wanted to smell like that. But anyways, this is one that got super hyped up. It wasn't originally on the list, but it caught my eye because I just made a shirt with it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely not going to be rebuying this one when it gets to the bottom. Oh, and the stem's clipped short. Look at that. The stem's clipped short, so I mean, I won't even be able to get to the bottom. How funny is that? All right, next one up. Sorry, Rick A, you made me buy this, and it is just way too manly. Actually, I just smelled it though. It's not bad, but I won't be rebuying the bottle. Aramis by Aramis. Very manly, very 1980s. Barbershop to the max. Jacquard Noir turned up to like 700 if that's possible. And I love Jacquard Noir. And this is another one where I don't necessarily dislike the smell of the fragrance. It's just so hardcore and it just does not really suit my lifestyle right now. So when it gets to the bottom, if that ever happens, I won't be rebuying it, at least not with my current taste. But there's another one where I don't mind the smell. It's just really hardcore and I will not be rebuying it. All right, let's go to the next one. It's actually a similar vein. I'm gonna smell it right now. Oh my God, I don't even know what this smells like. I've described this before as like, this smells like the 80s smoking a cigarette, which is insane because everybody in the 80s smoked cigarettes. So this smells like the entire decade of the 80s is smoking on a cigarette. It is just so crazy. Bijan for Men, wonderful store in Beverly Hills. I've told you guys my story before. I walked in there, they didn't even know who I was. They closed the doors. They shut down the whole store just so I could do a little bit of shopping. They didn't even know what I was gonna buy. And I didn't buy anything. I just bought this. And then I went home and I looked on eBay and it was like $12. And it was definitely not $12 when I was in the store. But anyways, the service was unreal. They treated me like $1 million and I felt like $1 million when I was in there. That's how a luxury store is supposed to treat you when you walk through the door. Like you're about to spend $1 million. They don't know who you are. You might be someone that might drop big money in there. But anyways, this fragrance is just so hardcore. I don't even know how to describe it. Peppery, manly. I don't even know. Like, I can't even describe it. There's so many notes too. I don't think anyone could describe it. It's like, I can't even say if it's like leathery or barbershoppy. It's like a whole bunch of 80s stuff just like mashed together with a cigarette stuffed in there. Like, it's just too hardcore for me. I've had this fragrance years too, and like, there there is no dent. I mean, I think I've attempted to wear this a couple times when I first got it, and I was just like, no, I can't. It's unreal. No way I could walk around smelling like this. But I could see some older gentlemen really gravitating towards this scent. And if you like old school 80s fragrances, well, then you'll definitely like it. But for me, who does like 80s fragrances, no, that one's just too hardcore for me. I mean, Drakkar Noir is almost my limit. Actually, let's keep the same vein right here. This is one, I got it for my birthday, but I requested it. I asked my wife, I said, I want this fragrance. Because I was just watching videos, it was getting all hyped up. Yeah, but if I had smelled it in the store, no way I would have bought it. Or let her buy it for me as a gift. I would have picked something completely different. And of course, we're talking about Polo, or Polo Green as we flip and call it on the streets. Even though the streets is like an hour away from where I live right now. But anyways, all that to say, this smells very manly. It smells like a manly man from the 70s. Every time I talk about this, I describe it in the same way. It smells like freshly cut grass at a country club in the 1970s. When I smell this, I just picture Burt Reynolds. Big mustache, walking into the country club, everybody going, oh, hi Burt, how are you? Do you want a drink? Your golf clubs are ready, we cleaned them for you, blah, blah, blah. Just getting treated like a rich guy from the 70s. Because that's what this smells like. A rich guy from the 70s that just got done cutting the grass or something like that. Yeah, I don't even know. It's hardcore. It's nice though. It's definitely nice. This is another one that I do like the way it smells. I actually do wear this. I wear it, I layer it, but it's pretty hardcore. And then when it gets to the bottom, I cannot see myself getting another bottle of this. Like I said, I don't even think I would have got it if I smelled it beforehand. So this is one that I know a lot of people also, it shows up on like all-time best list, top 10, blah, blah, blah. And some people buy it and they're like, oh, whoa, no, grandpa, okay. And I'm kind of in that camp. Like, I like it. And I could wear some 70s, 80s fragrances, but this one's like right on the edge. Like, right on the edge. Like, I wear it, but it's pretty hardcore, and I definitely will not be buying another bottle. Let's do one more from the 80s. This one I actually do wear, but it's the same thing. Every time I smell it, I'm like, why did I get this? Because I just like fell in love with the bottle or something. I was watching like a Million Scents of South Jersey video, so he got me down the rabbit hole of wanting this one. And then I got it and I smelled it and I was like, oh yeah, a little too hardcore for me. Similar to Polo Green, very similar families. This one I think is a tiny bit more wearable. Lacoste, I think it's called Lacoste Original. And I think there's a reformulation now, a slightly different bottle. I believe this is an original. But anyways, this is another one too. I get country club vibes. I splash it on sometimes when I'm about to play tennis. But I mean, I do that so I can get through some of the juice. Because it's going to take me a good while to get through this. And even when I do get through it, I'm just going to keep the bottle because it looks nice. But I will definitely not be rebuying it. It's pretty hardcore, pretty manly, pretty 80s. More wearable than the Polo Green, I think. But still pretty hardcore, and I won't be rebuying this. Alright, we got 3 more, and I'll leave the 2 super hypey bangers for the end. You guys already know if you can see the thumbnail probably. But this one, actually, I didn't buy it. Mike Jones sent it to me, and when I opened it in a live stream, oh, the atomizer just fell off. Alright. Well, hopefully it doesn't leak everywhere. Oh my god. Apparently the dry down gets really nice. I've just not been able to make it to the dry down because it's too flippin' hardcore. Emperor Vanilla Tobacco. And I don't think it's a Tobacco Vanille clone. People have told me this is Mancera Red Tobacco. Which apparently, again, on the dry down, that and this get pretty wonderful. I have just not made it that far. I'm pretty sure I've washed it off every time I've tried to wear it. Like, I just smelled it now, and it's like slightly more tolerable. Maybe I've smelled more fragrances in the past 6 months, so I smelled this and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. But still, I cannot see myself starting to wear this. And even if it somehow does get to the bottom, like, there is no way I would ever rebuy this. But I could see some super manly men possibly liking this. It's just way too hardcore for me. I mean, you could see on the live stream when I first opened this, I was like yelling. I was like, what is this? What are you trying to do to me, Mike? I was tripping out. I didn't know if he sent me a fragrance or some flippin' turpentine or something. I didn't know what was in this bottle. It just smelled way too hardcore for me. But apparently, it dries down nice. I just never have gotten that far. And I will not be rebuying that. Alright. The next 2 are going to be pretty controversial, but I don't really care. Because it's how I feel. Now this one is another one where I do like the scent. I like the way it smells a lot, actually. But it's another one that got so hyped up, and you see it on all these lists, best budget banger, all-time greatest cheapies, blah, 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 blah. And I think a lot of new frag heads get it, and they're like, oh, whoa, super strong, super leathery, when am I going to wear this? And then you like force yourself to wear it, and you might not know how heavy to go. You just spray like 3, 4, 5 sprays, and the next thing you know, you're like walking around smelling like the cologne guy. There's something about this fragrance, because it's such a nice quality, that it throws people off into thinking that they need it for some reason. But it's pretty intense, as the name would suggest. Bentley, for men intense. Actually, we never did a particle test on this one, and I feel like I looked, and it wasn't that good, actually. Yeah, am I seeing a lot of stuff in there? Yeah, look at all that. I mean, you could tell the bubbles from the other stuff. Yeah, there is a lot of crap floating around in this flipping bottle. And don't tell me its molecules not fusing together. I've had this like over a year already. They should have fused together by now. And I live in the flipping desert, so it's not a heat thing. Not that my fragrances are like subjected to that much heat, but I mean, look at this. It's a flipping snow globe in there. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with this juice. Maybe its particles not fusing together. Maybe my little peacock brain can't process that type of information. But it looks pretty whatever to me. But overall, the scent profile is nice. Like I say every single time, it smells like the inside of a $300,000 flipping Bentley, which smells like leather. So if you don't like leather, or you're brand new to the fragrance game, you might smell this and be like, oh, what? This smells like my dad, or like, it's too mature or something. Like if you're like 14 and you wear this to school, the teacher's just gonna think you smell like your dad or something like that. She might think you smell rich. She might think you're a little rich kid. But this is definitely a man fragrance. Like 25 plus need only apply. Like do not be under 25 trying to mess with this fragrance. Like I do not think it's gonna work out well for you. And even as a blind buy, I think you need to have gone around the fragrance block once or twice. If you're like me and you predominantly like sweet stuff or fresh stuff, then you're gonna smell this and you're gonna be like, whoa, when am I gonna wear this? Because it's not even necessarily like date night appropriate. At least not in the way I think about date night fragrances. Maybe an older woman would really like the smell of this, but I think if you're like, that's what I'm saying, in your 20s and you wear this on a date, the girl's gonna be like, oh, yeah, you smell like you're wearing cologne or something like that. It smells nice. That's the thing. It's a weird one because it somewhat is worth the hype in the sense of like, it does smell nice. The way the juice does come off in the air does smell high quality. But I don't know if it is high quality. I mean, I just showed you a bunch of stuff floating around in the juice. So quality, who knows? Maybe not. And like I'm saying, I think when a lot of people get this, they go, oh, whoa, not what I was expecting. A little too strong, a little too manly. Apparently just regular Bentley for men is a little smoother. Like it's not as intense, so that might be the more wearable one. But again, this is the one that gets hyped up. And this is one of the early ones that I bought. And when I got it, I was like, oh yeah, it's good. And when I want to smell like a rich guy, I'll wear this. But in terms of versatility, seasons, all that stuff, like, nah. I mean, this is very specific. When you want to smell like a rich guy in the cool weather, if you're over 25. Other than that, yeah, this one might be a little too hardcore for you. And there's another one. When it gets to the bottom, if it ever does, because it's so strong, I only spray like 1 or 2 sprays, I will not be rebuying this. I will try another one. Maybe I'll just get the Bentley for men. I heard the Silver Lake's really good too. I heard Azur's good. I want to try those. But this one, for how hyped up it is, no, I definitely will not be rebuying it. All right, last one up. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you guys. But I've been talking about this one a bunch lately because it's so hyped up. One of the most hyped up fragrances in the whole game. Maybe the most hyped up fragrance in the whole game besides possibly Kamra. I mean, Kamra is pretty flippin' hyped, but I love that. But this one, I smelled it. I was like, what? What are people talking about? Like, I just do not jive with it. And I know a lot of you love it. It's your most complimented fragrance. Your girl loves it. Your grandma loves it. Your dog loves it. Everybody flippin' loves it. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. Everyone loves it. I, personally, do not like it. I do not. And I won't be rebuying it. I'm glad I never bought any of the flankers. I got some samples of some of the other ones. But I'm glad I did not waste any more money on this scent profile. And I immediately take that back because I have a bunch. But I like those more. I like those more. This one, I do not like. And it's Club de Nuit Intense Man. And actually, as I said that, we could throw flippin' Avant in there too. It's the same flippin' thing. The Avant I do like a little bit more. The opening is actually nicer to me. This is the EDT. You definitely get that lemon pledge flippin' opening. I don't know. I just did not like it. I smelled so much lemon, and then on the dry down, it just smelled like an older guy to me. And I'm not necessarily a spring chicken, but this still smelled like a guy at least 10 to 20 years older than me. There's just something about it where I'm like, what? Like, what are people talking about? So I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe whatever fictional pineapple used to be in this scent profile brightened it up a little bit. But like I said, to me, that pineapple is fiction. It does not exist in this scent profile at all anymore. I'll layer it with Kayado Fusan if I really want that pineapple pop. But yeah, something about the dry down of this fragrance, it just might be too manly for me. Which is possible, because there's a lot of days where I'm not very manly. But I just do not jive with this scent profile. I don't. I like the Avant better, and I actually really like the Avant Intense. But that to me goes in a completely different way. That one's a little bit more fruity. But these two, yeah, I don't know. Just the dry down scent profile of these on my skin just smells like an older gentleman that's not me. Like I said, I understand that a lot of you guys like it. I understand it's your most complimented fragrance, blah, blah, blah. But not to me. To me, I just don't like it. I will definitely not be rebuying it. I barely wear them as it is. I just have it for reference now in videos. And like, I try and wear this like once every like 2-3 months just to see if my tastes have changed. But every time I do, I'm like, yep, nope. And then I'm stuck with it for like a day because this one sticks to me. I don't know what flipping voodoo juice they put in this, but that oil like flipping latches onto me. And then I'm stuck with it. But anyways, maybe in another month or so, I'll give it another try. But I don't know. Every time I smell this dry down, I'm just like, no. What is all the hype for? I don't get it. Anyways, these are definitely two that I will not be rebuying. I mean, I got this at a slamming deal. It's $8, so it was worth it for content reasons. But this one, I will not be rebuying it. I'm glad I never got the limited edition, because yeah, it is nicer. I just recently made that video. But to pay double the price, sometimes even double and a little more for a slightly better opening, but with the exact same dry down, like, no, I'm not getting it. I must be missing something with this fragrance. I must be. Because so many of you guys love it, and I smell it, I'm like, what is going on here? No way, no way. So these two, this whole scent profile, I will not be rebuying either of these. But let me know some of your blind buy fails, some fragrances that even maybe you like. Like I said, there was a bunch that I like Amethyst I like, but I'm just not going to be rebuying it. So let me know some of the ones you maybe like, but you won't be rebuying, or just full on blind buy fails. Leave them to me down below. Tell me your scent of the day, your scent of the night. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I hope you're having a blessed day. I hope something beautiful happens to you today. I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. Hit that like button if this video made you smile. That would make me smile. I love you, and bye for now, baby.